Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Kevin here today. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to part 2 of my mini-series that I've started last week. Ready for Cold Like War, leading up to We Came as Romans' 4th full-length record, Cold Like War. Ready for Blank is a mini-series that I did last year that I brought back, and it's where I review a band's previous albums leading up to a new full-length album from them. So I go back, I dive into the past, and I review the records that brought them to where they are now in anticipation for the new one. Thank you guys for checking this out today. Last week I did To Plant a Seed. I will put the link down below for you guys to check that out. This week I tackle the sophomore record, Understanding What We've Grown to Be. Alright guys, let's get into the record, but first off, you guys like the new intro? Alright guys, so this is the sophomore record, like I said, from We Came as Romans. It's called Understanding What We've Grown to Be. Came out in 2011, and there was a lot of anticipation around this record because everybody pretty much loved To Plant a Seed. Even though I had not heard To Plant a Seed all the way through at the time, I was still anticipating a new release from We Came as Romans. The record came out, I once again at that time, like I said in my last video in To Plant a Seed, that I didn't really listen to records in full. So I only heard the singles and I actually never heard the record up until now. So once again, this is coming from someone that doesn't have a lot of nostalgia for this record. I'm not blinded by fandom of We Came as Romans. This is just purely my thoughts on the record. Alright guys, so overall there's not a lot for me to say here about Understanding What We've Grown to Be. It is a We Came as Romans record, that's the best way I can sum it up. There's a good amount of tracks here. It's 12 songs, and quite a few of them are killer. Misunderstandings, which you heard in the intro, I thought was really good. We have A War Inside, which is a very, very dramatic song. We have the excellent closer, Understanding What We've Grown to Be, which kind of ends on these chanting vocals going on with some vocal sprinkles in there that everybody's saying, Understanding What We've Grown to Be. I thought that was a nice touch to end the record. And we have songs like Stay Inspired, which are a bit more on the darker side, which this record as a whole is. It's more grounded, more realistic, talking about the trials that you have to face in life. To Plant a Seed being more on the positive side, Understanding What We've Grown to Be really kind of acknowledging the darker parts of life. It's talking about growing up, talking about caring less about people's opinions of you, talking about looking inward for support for yourself and believing in yourself, but understanding that the world is not always going to be on your side. So I thought that's really, really cool. And they have a song on here, Views That Never Cease to Keep Me From Myself. It's a continuation of one of the songs off of the last record, so I thought that was a really cool callback to Plant a Seed. So it really kind of showcases the journey that they were on from 2009 to 2011 when this record dropped. So there's a good few callbacks to the previous record, and it really is a nice addition to the discography of We Came as Romans, I think. And overall, guys, this record is a lot more aggressive, to be honest. Dave's vocals are much more harsh, Val's vocals are much more soaring than they were on the first one. But the vocals are where we start with the negatives of Understanding What We've Grown to Be. Alright guys, so though I do like Dave and Kyle as vocalists, the vocal melodies here are very, very flat. I can't really pinpoint a standout vocal moment from Kyle or Dave on this album, which is a problem for me because We Came as Romans, for me at this point in their career, was a vocally driven band. The instruments were there, but they weren't really the center point. It was really the exchange between Kyle and Dave that kind of kept the songs interesting for me. The vocal melodies are really stale here, which is definitely a problem for me. Now, I don't think that any of them are bad, but I don't think any of them are standout at all. And that's a problem for me because it makes the record lose something. And the other problem here, guys, is a lot of these songs are very, very, very safe. They're very, very... I mean, it's a We Came as Romans record, guys, but the record is so safe as a whole. It never wavers from the constant sound, which can be a good thing, but a lot of the songs really meld together and you can't tell any of them apart from one another. And that's really a problem. This record is honestly kind of forgettable. They really toned back the orchestral elements. They added some really bizarre choice of synths to some of the songs, but the orchestral elements, guys, were what I loved about To Plant a Seed. I loved hearing a breakdown with an orchestral side of things going on mixed into it, and without that here, guys, the instruments are very flat, and I don't know, guys, it's not a standout record to me at all. Alright guys, so I don't want to keep this video going too long because I don't have a lot to say about Understanding What We've Grown to Be. Like I said, it is a We Came as Romans record. It's very safe, you can listen to it and enjoy it, but there's not any song on here that sticks in my brain after I'm done listening to it. It's one of those records where you can have it on in the background and you're really enjoying yourself, but you're not finishing it going, I really want to listen to that again. That's a problem for me, guys, and I honestly have to say that shortly after this record came out, and thinking back to 2011, I actually forgot that We Came as Romans put out a record that year. It's just that stale for me, guys. I don't think it sounds bad at all. The production is still there, but I don't think that it's anything memorable. I think it's just a record that you can listen to, have a good time while you're listening to it, but there's no songs on here that have that oomph that To Plant a Seed gave you. As a matter of fact, guys, you don't even really see We Came as Romans playing a lot of songs off of this album. So, to me, it's not a standout record in their discography, guys, and that's just my opinion. If you like this record, that's totally okay. Guys, overall, this record is pretty forgettable, but it is an enjoyable listen once or twice. If you do like this record, that's totally fine. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite songs are, what your least favorite songs are. For me, guys, like I said before, my rating system is either thumbs up, would I recommend it to you? Thumbs middle of the road, I wouldn't recommend it to you, or I wouldn't tell you not to listen to it. Or a thumbs down, would I recommend it to you at all? No. Alright guys, so overall, pretty middle of the road record for me, so I'm going with a flat thumb. That just means I would not recommend it to you at all, but I would not tell you not to listen to it. I think it's a passable record. You can listen to it, have some fun, but it's not going to stick in your brain. Alright guys, so that was part 2 of my mini-series Ready for Cold Like War about Understanding What We've Grown to Be, the sophomore album from We Came as Romans. This video this week, next week, the week that Cold Like War comes out, you're actually going to get 2 videos from me next week. You're going to get the 3rd record, Tracing Backroots, and the self-titled album, We Came as Romans. Oh boy, that's gonna be a fun one. Anyway guys, thank you guys for checking out this video today. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave it a like, dislike, comment. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you think of Understanding What We've Grown to Be. What's your favorite song from it? Is this your favorite album from We Came as Romans? Let me know down in the comments. Be on the lookout for the last 2 album reviews next week as we get closer to the release of Cold Like War. Thank you guys for watching. This is Kevin from Live and Breathe Music, where the music speaks for itself. I'll catch you guys later.